Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack. Jack really liked to go fishing. So, one day, he set off for his family's cottage at the shore. He packed his fishing pole, his fishing box with all kind of lures, fishing line, and stuff like that. Jack brought a chair and a sandwich and a soda. Jack set up his chair, sat down, and put the fishing pole across his lap, opened up his fishing box, and picked a fishing hook, a fishing lure, and attached a fishing bobbin to his fishing line. Yeah, that's what he did, yeah. He then stood up and walked over to the shoreline, with the waves going back and forth along the beach. Jack cast his fishing line into the water, man, yeah, and had settled back in his chair and was about to reach for a sandwich when the fishing reel started to spin. Yeah, it started to spin, man. Yeah. I got one, Jack said out loud. Jack was very excited to catch a fish on his very first cast. Jack reeled in his line, and lo and behold, man, there was a fish, a real beauty, Jack thought to himself. A bright blue fish with a silver head. Jack reached down to the end of the fishing line and removed the fish. Jack was about to put the fish in the fish box when, to his surprise, the fish looked up at Jack and began talking. Yeah, it began talking. The fish said, "I'm a very special fish, and if you let me go, I will grant you 2 wishes." Wow, Jack thought to himself. Not only did he catch a beautiful fish on his very first cast, but a talking fish at that. Add to all that, the fish is a very special fish that can grant Jack 2 wishes. Jack carefully removed the hook from the fish and placed the fish in the water right by the shore. The blue fish with the silver head started to swim away when the fish turned and looked at Jack and said, "Ha ha, you silly boy. Now that I'm free, I will swim away. Ha ha." Jack stood in the edge of the shoreline, totally confused. After a little while, Jack realized that he would be better off to go home and to try his luck at catching a fish some other day. Yeah, that's what he did, yeah. Okay. Well, a few weeks later, Jack was bored and just sitting at home. So, Jack grabbed his fishing pole, his fishing box, and a sandwich and a soda. And this time, he would go over to the large rocks that ran along the shoreline. Jack got to the beach and headed to the large collection of rocks. Like before, he set up his chair, baited his fishing hook, and cast his line into the water. Just before Jack sat down in his chair, the fishing reel started to spin. Jack reeled in his line, and there was a beautiful blue fish with a silver head. Jack reached down to the end of the fishing line and took the fish off the hook. The fish looked at Jack and told Jack their last encounter was all a mistake. If Jack would let the fish go, this time the fish would grant Jack 3 wishes, seeing how the fish was very special. Jack thought for a moment. Jack wondered if he should trust the fish for the second time. Well, Jack looked at the fish, and the fish looked so very sad, man. Fish didn't look good. No. Okay, well, Jack felt sorry for the fish, and as before, he walked over to the water's edge, leaned down, and let the fish go. The beautiful blue fish with the silver head swam around and looked back at Jack and said, "Ha ha, you silly boy." And then the fish swam away. A few weeks later, Jack was with his family, and they were at a seaside restaurant. As Jack was sitting down with his family, looking over the menu, Jack spotted a fisherman carrying a large basket of fish to the back door of the restaurant. And lo and behold, at the very top, of the basket was a beautiful blue fish with a silver head. Jack excused himself from the table and ran over to the basket of fish. The beautiful blue fish with the silver head was so happy to see Jack. The fish said over and over how sorry he was to play such a mean trick on Jack. Just then, the cook at the restaurant came over to Jack and asked Jack what he was doing with the fish that he just bought. Jack lifted the beautiful blue fish with the silver head and said, "Sir, this is a very, very special fish, man. Yeah, very special." The cook looked at Jack and was confused. "What's so special about this fish, little boy?" "Well, sir," Jack said, "this fish is very, very special." With garlic and butter. Yeah, garlic and butter. Very special. Well, nighty-night.